keep on watching People's Mind Television, PMTV.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Face to Face Talk Show on PMTV Africa. I am your host, Sandra Obwe, and with me on the show today is a legend in the Ika music industry. I'm talking about Mr. Joe Morgan.
How are you doing?
I'm very well, thank you. And you?
I'm okay. Nice to see you. Nice to be here again.
Same here. You're welcome to the show.
Thank you.
It's a pleasure to have you on the show today.
Always, every time.
All right, so I would have asked you to introduce yourself again, but I mean, who doesn't know Joe Morgan?
I mean, you have done that too.
Let's just go straight into what we do not know about you yet.
Okay.
I mean, right from the time when I started hearing Joe Morgan, it's always been about music.
Yeah.
So talk to me about the early stages of life before music.
It has always been music, you know, because the house is of music. My
Okay.
dad, blessed memory, was a musician, you know. So the house, my siblings, everybody, it's all about music. you know.
Really?
It has always been music.
So there was no life before music. It's always been music
Always
all
been music.
along.
Yeah.
Wow.
So Morgan is synonymous with music.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That's amazing. So how did music start for you?
You know, I grew up in, like I said, into the family of music. My great-grandmother, my grandmother, they were all into folk entertainment, traditional cultural music, and, you know, Maria Keze, the mother of Dr. C.K. Morgan, my father, you know, she was known with this cultural dance. She was very famous then, during her era, you know.
Yeah.
Then my father now, you know, progressed into music itself. And I grew up knowing my father play music. So outside education, which was, you know, a very primary thing in the family, everybody just had to learn how to play one instrument to the other. So, you know.
That's awesome. So who are you inspired by? You just mentioned your grandmother, your father being into music. So who were you inspired by?
Particularly it's my father, you know. My father has always done, he was very creative. Outside music, he was a very good artist, you know. He does a lot of drawing, sign writing, you know. He was very good at it. He was very, very good. He used to have an office around the corner here, you know, in the town here then, you know, when we were very small. So inspiration has been from him all the while, you know. So every other thing is, you know, social life, adding to what I had in my head. You know.
Yeah. That's beautiful. It's always amazing how our family can contribute to.
Absolutely, absolutely.
So how would you describe the music that you create? How would you describe your style of music?
Okay. My style originated from my father. That's the whole stuff, you know. The Owowo dynasty. His kind of music, growing up to know Owowo music. So I was like a little boy, what's Owowo music? You know, so it has always been in my head, Owowo music. So I got to ask questions from my father and everything. I understood Owowo is a particular style of dance done particularly or peculiarly by the king. You know, during the festivals like what we have, Osezi Festival and all that. So the dance step of the king, the style, his step, is called Owowo.
Okay.
That's what it's called. So my father just took that and, you know, brought it into his style of music. So the kind of music I play highlight music generally, but it's Owowo kind of music.
Okay.
So it's the kind of music you listen to. You don't have to dance if you don't want to dance. If you want to dance, it can allow you to dance. It's not the kind of, you know, it's just, you know, I talk to the mind, I talk to the soul. You know, with a lot of, our music comes with a lot of instrumentations, a lot of, you have maracas, drum, percussion, conga, talking drum, ombele, blah, the ingredients of African music. And that is what you see in the traditional music or cultural music traditionally. It's like when a king wants to do his dance step, you see a lot of maracas, a lot of drum beats.
Yeah.
It's very rich, you know.
Yeah.
And that's what I brought into the music. That's what it is right now.
That's amazing. So, what is your creative process like?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, your songwriting process. What is it like?
Until I had my studio, it was pretty difficult, you know, because music comes like inspiration. I can see you walk by, it comes in my head. I can be sleeping, it's in my head. So, but you need to put it down. You know, you need to put it down. And some don't come by writing. Because I'm an instrumentalist, because I play instruments, so the music comes with a pattern. So you need to put it down. And if you don't have a studio, you can only put it down by writing and maybe voicing it in a recorder. But by instrumentation, you might miss the inspiration that came originally. You know. So, but now that I have a studio, any inspiration, I just climb upstairs on the system. I do the guitar beats, do the voicing, I leave it premature. You know, then later what we call cooking, we now cook it. You know, but the basic thing has already been there.
Okay. Okay. All right. So, what can you tell us about the kind of support that you got from your family? You've mentioned how you were inspired by your father. So, can you tell us more about the kind of support you got from them, your father, your grandmother, your other siblings, and then your wife as well, and your children? Let's just talk about the support.
Family.
Yeah,
That's
family
support.
generally. Yeah.
I think the first thing is, my family is not a controversial one.
Okay.
You know, when you have a controversial family, selling yourself to the world is always coming with issues. No, you know how it is now. In Papa na this, in Mama na that. You know, this one you not go fit do anything. When your family has a very bad reputation, it's difficult for children to sell it.
Yeah.
So the first thing they gave to me was a very good reputation. My family had a very good reputation in Car as a whole. You know, so when you mention Morgan, the only thing that will come into your mind is music.
Yeah.
You cannot see a criminal, a defraud government, or this one. No. So that foundation has already been there for me. So it gave me that springboard. Outside that, education that was basically given to all of us, there was that tool that we needed to use to survive in the present Nigeria. That's why you find out that today, education is one thing, skill is another thing.
Yeah.
So my father gave me that skill, which is the music, you know, give me that skill, which is the music, and he's still selling the family. So anybody that mentions to you now, Morgan, the two come to you, are you Joe Morgan's brother, or are you Dr. Siki Morgan's son or daughter? So it's still there. It has not been dented negatively or evilishly, you know. So that foundation from my family was strong. It doesn't have to be the money.
Yeah.
Because so many families left behind a lot of money. I don't want to mention families' name, you know.
Yeah,
You left behind a lot of money that the children could not even manage to date.
Yeah.
You understand? So,
Yes.
But my parents, my father left a legacy that was clean, very clean, you know, and we needed to work on that. You know, my wife is a solid pillar, anytime, any day. She's my Rockefeller Kubaru. You know, and my children have not been the kind of kids that you will not want to see when you wake up any day, anytime, you know.
Wow.
They are awesome, and you know, they are inspiration. They tease me a lot. You know, that is another thing. Daddy, why is this one like this? Why is this song like this? Look at this. You know, it gives you, because they are the younger folks.
Yeah.
They are the younger folks, so they do the thing. They hear more.
Yeah.
They listen to more, and their style is the thing in vogue.
Yes, exactly.
So they must always say, Daddy, this is it, Daddy, this is it, and I'll not go back to school. That's okay, I'll add this, without losing my fan base.
Yeah.
You know, that's the basic thing, you know.
That's amazing. So let's talk about the challenges that you faced so far in building a musical career. What can you tell us about?
Oh, it's not like when I started. You know, when during my daddy's time, there was not much they could do for them, you know, because today now Nigeria, the greatest export in Africa as a whole, Nigeria particularly, is music.
Yeah.
That's the greatest export.
Yeah,
So
true.
everybody can tap into it and be somebody, you know. Unlike when we started, you know, like when we started, it wasn't like that. Who do I have to look up to? You know, my dad was not there. And the likes of blessed memory, Cheka, we have Chief Akwete,
Yeah.
you know, they've done their bids, you know, they've done well for their, you know, but they were not the people I had to look up to because of the style and the time I came, you know, so, and our people here too, you know, you really need to knock them very hard to notice you.
Yes.
To notice, oh, this guy, I think this guy is doing good, you know. That's why you see most of the people here that want to do events, if they go outside to get bigger artists or bigger comedians to come and do stuff, the indigenous artists we have here, they might take it personal. But the basic thing is, there is an extent to which you grow to in entertainment.
Yeah.
The society will never ignore you.
Yeah.
They
True.
will never ignore you.
True.
And when you get there, you don't have to force it anymore.
No.
You know, because naturally we are from a very small ethnic. You know, the Abo, the Ka enclave, the Anyoma. It's a very
Yeah.
small. So you need
Yeah.
to break even, so that your music could be played in the Roboland, it could be played in Ebonyi State, in the Jaw, you know, cutting across. So we the entertainers need to do more. Now it's easier. Some younger artists can say, I want to be like Joe Morgan. When I was coming, I didn't have somebody I wanted to be like.
All right, you're welcome back. This is still Face-to-Face Talk Show on PMTV Africa. And I still have with me in the studio Mr. Joe Morgan. It's nice to have you here on the show today once more.
Yeah.
And it's been a very interesting conversation, I must say.
Thank you.
All right, so now let's talk about the most difficult thing about being a musician. What can you say is the most difficult part about being a musician?
As a person, or
Yeah,
being a musician in a car land?
Being a musician in a car land.
So much. He
Tell us about
He
that.
plenty. You know, I don't know how to start. Let me just make it very common. If you buy Bolly Eats, I buy Bolly Eats, the same place. My own is different. Your own is different.
Yeah.
You know, Joe Morgan, not the seafood chop again. Now Bolly now the chop. You know, the whole world, the whole eyes, social media is on you.
Yeah.
Because you are a musician, especially when you're good at what you do as an artist.
Yeah.
That's one. Secondly, the part I chose to, not that I could not be doing English songs, hip hop like every other person is doing, but the part I chose is a little bit different because I do pure African high life music,
Yeah.
you know, and the dialect is the biggest struggle in being a musician from a car land.
Okay.
It's the biggest struggle because
not everyone
Ika-
understands the
yeah,
language.
Ika is a limited language.
Yeah.
And even when it's limited, our people hardly accept their own. You know, I've done the music, I've used the car to do it. It's the car people that now sell it to Igbo, Yoruba, Hausa people.
Yes.
You know, but they don't, the car people, they are very common with this idea. They don't, it's difficult for them to sell their thing. Yeah, it's very difficult. So the language is also very, you know, it's not too sweet like the Yoruba, even the Ndokwa people. When you hear their Kwale song, it looks sweet, you know. So that's why you see my music, I like to make it look sweet. The song, the pronunciations of what I sing on stage, I like to make it look sweet so I can be accepted across the globe. Those are the difficulties. Then, you know, nowadays, to be a musician in a carnation, I don't know, maybe the state government or federal need to support you, because when we started, microphone was 3,000 naira.
Yeah.
And today, microphone, I think the last one I had was almost 450, maybe 500
Wow.
for a Shure microphone cordless. So you can see for somebody that wants to own an equipment, you need you need a bank to finance it. You know, it's quite expensive now.
Yeah.
So those are so many hindrances. You know, so many hindrances.
Yeah. All right. So, was there ever a time when you thought about quitting music?
Nah.
Never. Never.
Yeah, I'm like,
So it's always been music.
just like the spirit of your boss, PMTV. It's a struggle now. It's a rough struggle. We just got to paddle ourselves through it. You know what it is, you know. Because we know when we come out, we can dust ourselves and put on a new shirt.
Yeah.
You know. There was
So let's talk about what keeps you going. Like you just told us that there was never a time you ever thought about quitting music. So what is that thing that has kept you going?
First of all, it's my family. 2, I love what I do with music. 3, I have some good friends.
Okay.
Very, very good friends that
Okay.
believe in my dream. You know. And I love dancing, I love singing. When I'm on stage, a lot of people think I smoke or drink. I don't. The music is just this, what do you call it, colors. The music is the on colors, you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
it drives the spirit, it drives the dream, it drives the passion. I'm always swinging, dancing. So that's why a lot of people look at me and say, this guy is ageless. It's because I just love what I do.
Yeah.
I don't need too much out of it. I just love what I do. What I get, I thank God. And the day I don't get, I thank God. You know.
So the passion for what you do is what has kept you
I just
going.
enjoy my day, each day, you know.
That's amazing. So what has helped you stay relevant and consistent all these years? Because like Joe Morgan, it's a name that I have known all my life. I have known this name. Whenever Joe Morgan is mentioned, the next thing you think about is music. So what is it that has kept you relevant and consistent all these years?
3 things.
Okay.
3 things. First, in the music aspect of it that has kept me very relevant is playing the kind of music that comes with the present age. Every time the age changes, I change with it. That's 1.
Okay.
Then 2, humility, humble. You got to just be very humble. You know, I remain in that state that I don't think there's any one person that could come out and say, this guy is a very rude idiot, you know, the grit, he's not very asset. No.
Yeah.
I try to remain humble. I try to remain very humble. Then the 3rd and the most important part of it all is I don't have a class. I don't have a class. I make sure I don't have a line of class. If I do have a class, my friends, that's my age group. I will want to keep my class on my age group, making it difficult for somebody like me and you to interact. Because I will say, this one is small and everything I want to discuss with them. You get my point?
Yeah.
I don't have a class.
Yeah.
My friends are across board. I have friends as children. I have friends as boys, girls, old, young, middle class. Now, they are all the same to me. I don't have a class.
You know, that's one thing. That's one thing I can actually testify to, because I can remember the very first time we met in at an event, and the way you accepted, the way you greeted me, it was just like we've known for a very long time. I was shocked too, because because Joe Morgan is a very big name. So meeting you, I was expecting like, okay, he's a superstar, let me just mind.
No,
but then you just came to me and you were like, oh, a reporter, you're welcome. Make sure you always wear a smile on your face. It is necessary. Yes, I remember that. So I can testify to what you just said now. That's beautiful.
Thank you.
So now let's talk about your tour. I learned recently that you returned. Yeah, so tell us about it.
Oh, yeah, wow. First of all, I think I have been able, I need to give myself that credit, even nobody wants to do that. Let me give it to myself. I've been able to make our brothers and sisters, mothers and fathers, children out there, outside Nigeria, to accept more of our content and be glad to see us. You see, I've opened the doors. Any Eka musician that goes abroad will be accepted as much as I have been accepted. Do you get?
Yeah.
Because I made them understand we can do it. Edo people there are promoters that take them around, Edo musicians, they take them around the world.
Yeah.
Yorubas go around the world. So now our people are beginning to see that I'm coming across Europe, America, everywhere, you know. So other artists from Eka can also be taken. So anytime I sit down with my promoter, I tell them, look, outside me, you can still do this, you can still do that, you know. Apart from visa restrictions, which soon most of them will know how to go about it.
Yeah.
You know, it was awesome. I must tell you, it was massive. While I was even preparing to come back to Nigeria, I was having other shows everywhere.
Wow.
You know, but I already had a show I've been paid to play for.
Yeah.
You know, I needed to come back. If not, I would still be there. There are other cities that want to see you. You know, when I come into the hall, you see the way they scream. They see, this is the Joe Morgan.
Yeah.
I also have a good social media face, so they see me on social media regularly. So it was an opportunity for them to see me physical, you know, on stage and doing that same thing. It was massive. From London, I did in UK, I did in Napoli, I did in Perugia, I did in Vicenza, I did in Vienna. You know, a lot of people wanted me to come back to Italy, go back to Luxembourg, Greece, and so it's going to be bigger next year, and hopefully we could see how to make a bigger package where some group of my band boys and some comedians will just make it a block show, so that when we come to your city, we are bringing a car to your city.
Wow.
You know, massive.
That's
it's awesome.
amazing.
I thank God. I thank God.
That's beautiful. So it's just like taking home to
yeah,
them.
you know, the distance is very far.
Yeah,
Thousands of
it is.
kilometers away.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of them out there, they miss home. You know, when they see you, it's like they've seen their brother.
Exactly.
They've seen their,
Yeah.
you know, that's what it is. If you watch my Facebook, you see a lot of postings I did now where I was eating in their shop, dancing with them, being in the market with some of them, taking pictures with everybody, you know.
Must have been so fun.
Yeah, yeah.
I can imagine. So, aside from that, let's know, now that you're back from your tour, let's know what's next for you.
I have a lot of projects. My justice, I need to rest. It wasn't easy. The shuttle was high, very much. You know, but outside that, before December, there are so many other projects I need to do. I need to shoot so many of my videos. My songs are online. The videos are not ready yet. And I need to do live performances that I will do a live shows in my studio and beam live, because I noticed outside my place here in the Western world there, they are glued to their TV every time, watching and trying to know what is going on down home here. Yeah. So they will enjoy to see performances of my songs live. You know, they enjoy it. They play. I sit down, I see how they go to YouTube to find out how our musicians play it. Everybody will be dancing. Yeah. So I'm going to do a lot of that packaging to put on the YouTube, just for them out there to have fun and understand what is going on here. You know. I'm also thinking maybe December, see how to collaborate with maybe your office here and other persons, and how to do a show where everybody could just sit down. There'll be live band, comedians will come, do one or two things, there'll be drink, people will sing, we'll just have fun, you know.
That's
fantastic.
fantastic.
You know, life is beautiful, you know. Then next year we'll be bringing out a full album where I'll be featuring some other artists already on the pipeline already. So let's see if it doesn't have to be me, but let me keep trying it. Let's see how an artist from a car, based in a car, can break into Lagos market. You know, once you break into Lagos market, you've done a national thing and an international connect. That's it. So the rest people could just put a rope behind and we'll tag along. You know, success is not for one person now.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. That's fantastic. We're looking forward to seeing all of that come true. That's amazing. So finally, let us hear your advice for those who aspire to be where you are today, those who want to follow your footsteps. What advice do you have for them?
You know, the only thing that can make you not to get to where you want to get to basically is the exuberance, your heart. You know, once you are dedicated to doing something, there are so many things you need to take off you. Drugs, you need to avoid drugs, because that's the only thing. When you start to take drugs, instead of you going this way, push you this way, you think you are going in the same way. It's not your mind. I always advocate There's going to be a program I'm trying to do for Easter. It's a big event I'm trying to package with my friends, artists from Lagos, comedians from Benin and everywhere. I'm doing music against drug and cultism. You know, when you now associate yourself with this cultism, drugs, and knowing that your family does not have a strong family strength to direct you, you always go astray.
Yeah.
You know, what you need to do is concentrate on what you want to do. Leave all those youthful things. When you get to your point, you can have fun and do whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
Just concentrate. You can reach out to us, you know. I remember when PMTV started now, he was using rubber band to tie his camera. But today we're in a big studio. You know, there's that dedication, you know.
Yeah.
When I started, I was borrowing generator, borrowing guitar. But I don't think anybody has my kind of equipment in the States.
Yeah.
So you just have to concentrate. You know, the cheapest things in this world are the basic things that can kill your dream. Igbo, cocaine, loud, colos, I don't know what they call it, you know, all those things they do. Is that the cheapest things that can kill the most expensive dreams you keep in your life.
Yeah.
So just avoid it totally, concentrate, and have education, the basic education, at least secondary school level, so that you can understand what you do with yourself in the midst of entertainment, because entertainment has gone global right now.
Yeah.
You know, everybody is, there's so much money in it right now, so much money, I must tell you,
Yeah.
so much money. Entertainers are making much money than most politicians can dream of, you know, I swear to
True.
God, you know. So,
True.
so you must be educated to a basic standard to be able to manage your wealth, so that your wealth does not manage you.
Important, yeah.
Yeah. That's it.
All right, that's wonderful. Thank you very much for your advice. All right,
Thank
you've heard from our guest the basic things that can kill your dreams are the cheapest things. So stay focused, stay determined, and always follow your dreams and passion. That's it on the show today. Thanks for staying with us. Don't forget to follow, like, and subscribe to our channels on all social media platforms at PMTV Africa. And for your live stream, event coverage, hot news, and happenings around you, call our desk line on 080-6342-6526 or visit our broadcasting studio at number 66 Old Lagos Asaba Road, Agbo, Delta State. I am Sandra Obwe. Do have a wonderful day.
Keep watching PMTV Africa.
Keep watching PMTV Africa.
Keep watching PMTV Africa.
I'm giving a shout out to PMTV, People's Mind.
Hi guys, keep watching PMTV Africa.
Hey everybody, keep watching PMTV.
From Toronto, PMTV. Don't touch that die.
Hey guys, keep watching PMTV.
Nigerians, wherever you are, whether you're in Nugu, keep on watching People's Mind Television. PMTV.